Hello, Frugalistas. This is Kara, aka Mrs. Fab and Frugal, over here at your favorite personal finance and lifestyle blog, fabulousandfrugal.com, where we believe, big girls, we don't co-sign. We don't. With the new episode of Fab and Frugal TV. If you're not watching me from my online home, please visit me at fabulous, the letter N, frugal.com. Today's episode answers the question, what are financial boundaries and how do I create them? Well, when thinking about financial boundaries, think about your personal body space. Have you ever been in a restaurant, a store, or on public transportation and someone's too close? Too close. And you want to turn to them and say, excuse me, can you back up off me? You are way too close. You are all up in my personal body space. Thanks. Well, the same thing holds true for your financial boundaries. When someone in your family or one of your friends gets too close to your money, your wallet, and they're taking away from your financial security, your goals, then they are crossing your financial boundary and you have to put them in their place. So, here are 3 things I need you to consider when establishing your financial boundaries and ways to understand what your financial boundaries are. So the first thing, how do you know what your financial boundaries are? My first approach is to work backwards. What do I mean by that? Think about a time when something didn't sit well with you, when someone asked you for a financial favor or for money and it didn't respond well with you. That means that they've crossed your financial boundaries and now you can name it. I remember dating a guy and he asked me to co-sign on a loan for him, I think for like a motorcycle or something like that, and that didn't sit well with me. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I hardly know you. And so while I didn't know what my financial boundary was, when he crossed it, I was able to identify that I do not co-sign for men, for motorcycles, or for any type of that type of foolishness. It wasn't happening on my watch. So think about it for yourself. Think of a time when you didn't sit well with you when someone asked you for a financial favor and work backwards and name what it was. Second, I want you to begin to think about if you are in a position where someone's asking you for money, you need to be prepared to respond accordingly with your financial boundary. Try these 2 prompts. I'll say prompt A and prompt B. Prompt A, something with a little bit more finesse. You can say, I'm sorry, my finances aren't allowing me to do that right now. I'm sorry. And repeat it. If they continue to ask you, just be a broken record. Choice B for responding to those that are crossing your financial boundaries is the following. I'm not spending my money on that. You need to stop asking me. Stop asking me. Alright? So it's your choice. You can choose the one with finesse and the one with not so much finesse, but they still get the point across. That a financial boundary has been crossed and you're not accepting it. And the third is I want you to begin to bring up your financial philosophy in conversations casually so people understand that I can't come to her for money because I've heard her say it several times in unrelated conversations that she's not in a position to finance whatever it is I'm thinking about. So you may have a conversation over dinner saying, you know what, I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z with my money. I'm trying to make sure my retirement is together. I'm trying to make sure I can pay for this down payment. I'm trying to make sure I can go back to grad school. I am not in any position to be lending money to anybody. You can say that casually in a group of people so no one is exactly pinpointed, but the person who was thinking about possibly asking you for money may be a little bit shy to do so because they already know what your financial philosophy is. So that was number 3, you guys. So thinking about your life work, I want you to consider what are your financial boundaries. Remember the conversation I just said about the guy that I was dating and he wanted me to co-sign for his motorcycle or whatever it was? I want you to think about examples of when something didn't sit well with your spirit, identify what it was, and then create what your financial boundary is. And the second thing I want you to think about is which prompt are you going to use to defend your financial boundaries if need be. And the third thing I need you to do for homework is to consider where would you be if you decide not to put your foot down with your financial boundaries. Where will your finances be if you continue to allow your financial boundaries to be trodden upon? So that's it from me here at fabulousandfrugal.com, you guys. And if you have something to say, leave a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And tell your friends to subscribe. Alright? Fabulously and frugally yours, Kara.